recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My question is for the Homeland Defense Radar Hawaii. I was disappointed to see that it was zeroed out in the president's budget, a program, a sensor that the previous combatant commander had quoted as saying the best program solution to enable a credible, in-depth, underlayer defense for our forces in Hawaii. You know, in reviewing all the testimony, whether it's the departments, the NORTHCOM commander, the MDA director, we all talk about North Korea, Kim Jong-un, and how increasing that threat is to the United States and the development of their ICBMs and nuclear missiles. So my question is for Ms. Tomero, what is the Department of Defense current plan to protect Hawaii and address the gap in our ability to detect, track, discriminate, and defeat a ballistic missile for Hawaii and for Guam?
Thank you, Congressman. I just want to make clear that Hawaii is currently protected today.
How is Hawaii protected?
It is protected with the current capabilities we have.
What sensor protects Hawaii?
We have SBX.
SBX is in the Northern Pacific. What sensor protects the state of Hawaii from a ballistic missile threat from the DPRK?
Well, we have a network of sensors, including the tracking sensors, OPIR, and then, as I mentioned, we have SBX that it contributes to improved discrimination. So again,
If we need to use the SBX for Hawaii, then we are unable to use the SBX for the homeland. Is that correct? For NORTHCOM?
I would defer to Vice Admiral Hill or General Van Herk on the details of the capabilities.
I think the fact is, and I know we need to adjourn, is that we do not have an adequate sensor for the Hawaiian Islands. If we're going to depend on our Aegis systems, that is a capability that Admiral Aguilino cannot use in the Western Pacific. If we're going to depend on SBX, that is a capability that NORTHCOM cannot use to defend the continental United States. And it is why we need a sensor in the Hawaiian Islands to defend against a ballistic missile threat from a rogue nation state like the DPRK.
Congressman, I'd like to talk from the NORTHCOM perspective, if you don't mind about that. Even without SBX, I'm confident in my ability to defend against a threat from DPRK to Hawaii today. I support the Hawaii radar. I believe it gives us additional capability for an underlayer that would support defense of Hawaii, specifically giving additional capability and capacity. But let's be clear, at this moment in time, I'm comfortable with my ability to defend Hawaii. That doesn't mean I don't support the sensor, though.
Oh, sorry, I would add that we are looking at how to best improve the defense of Hawaii. The defense of Hawaii.
I suggest we look at both the defense of Hawaii and the defense of the territory of Guam as we shift to the Pacific.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield back.
Yeah, both of
The
those.
gentleman's time has expired. The subcommittee will